theft will be posted on YouTube. And welcome back, Firewood addicts, to another episode of Travis Toast Firewood. Today it's story time. Let's do it. So happy Memorial Day weekend, everyone. Happy Monday. Hope that you all have today off, but so therefore you have time to watch YouTube. It's raining this weekend, but sales still were high, which is good. A short that I did a little bit ago, I figured out that as of yesterday, day before, as of this month, I have surpassed a wood sold from the entire year of last year, and I have surpassed what I made last May from this May. So it's been a good year this far. That means that I have flipped more inventory, which means my wood yard it's bare. So I think I need to consider buying seasoned wood and flipping it again. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, today is about story time. I did another short a few days ago. I got some more cottonwood blocks from the axe throwing place, and here's the two, or I guess one over there, and there's one around the corner. My wood yard is so full of wood right now, so full of wood, it's crazy. And one more here. But I didn't do a whole video on that because you've seen me get the blocks before. I don't want to be redundant in what I film and what I air for you all, so it's not boring, right? But I did short on it, and I used the other cage, that steel versus aluminum, and in the short you saw why. So in that, when I get blocks, I take everything. Most of the pieces come already good to go. They're all banged up, but they're still full-size blocks. Sometimes they come in like halves. A lot of times they come in pieces. The chunks, whatever would come off of the board that was hit by the hatchet or the axe again and again and again. So I got literally two garbage cans of like full blocks, more or less, and 2 garbage cans of pieces. So, and then I have it add up on Marketplace. Anyway, so that was a few days ago. I had the blocks. They've been sitting here undercover because I don't want them to get wet, because cottonwood definitely will re-soak up moisture in a heartbeat. So, story time. I was sitting in my my basement, and I got a ping wanting cottonwood blocks. All right, great, awesome, sounds good. They're for sale for $20 a piece on the ad. So I told the guy, so I asked him, do you want blocks or do you want pieces? He said pieces. I'm like, great, because I'm asking because I need to bring it up from the backyard to the front, right? So, and then he confirmed $20 a piece. Exactly, so yes, $20 a piece. And he wanted 2 garbage cans, so 40 total, great, awesome. And in the ad it said cottonwood, so is what it is, right? So it said I'll be there in 5 minutes. Great, awesome. I wasn't planning on selling any wood, but so I used my hand truck, brought the 2 garbage cans of pieces of the cottonwood blocks up to the firewood stand. Great, awesome. So as I'm doing stuff in my backyard, I hear this truck kind of slow down, and I assume it's him, so I walk back up to the top of the hill at my firewood stand to kind of wait for him, you know, because I mean usually these stand is self-service, but if you're new, you're not quite like aware of what's going on, right? So I come up to the top here. 2 guys come out, and I had the 2 garbage cans. They're right here. They were the pieces, right? And so one was not full to the brim, so I added some some cedar chunks to it. So I explained, and he took the first one and dumped it in the back of his truck, right? Okay, that's fine. So then, so him and his friend were eyeing the stand, asking me about it. I'm like, yeah. So I mean, this cotton was gonna burn quite fast. So if you want to buy a bundle or 2 or a rack, do that to complement the wood. And he said, yeah, I'll probably buy a bundle. And then I told him, yeah, so you come here anytime, whatever. There's a cash box with the Venmo code. Great, sounds good. So after he dumped the first garbage can, I took his $40 of cash, right, from him. He didn't balk at the 20. I would have probably sold it at 15, but it was more volume of wood. Anyway, he said he was fine with 20 a piece, so 40 total. I left and walked away. Went downstairs, and thought it was done. Okay, rock and roll. He didn't say anything about the wood at that time. Nothing. He just dumped one, and then he was good motioning to dump the second one, and then he may buy a bundle. Great. So I was so I thought that was done. Fast forward like an hour or two later, I'm outside, or looking at the cameras, and I noticed here in this rack there's wood missing. It was like down to here. I'm like, that's kind of weird. So I saw one bundle missing, so I figured that it was him who bought one bundle, because he said he was gonna maybe buy a bundle. Great, sounds good, awesome. But there's wood missing here. So I go back in my cameras, and the camera that's right here, right? The camera, so it shows people taking thing, right? And it shows him taking the sign, which says this is not free. If you need help, let me know, but not free. Taking it and putting it off to the side, taking one bundle, and then him and his buddy both took several sticks from the rack. And then I see him go to the cash box when I have this camera right there, that cash box, right? And they put some cash in here. So go to the cash box, and I see a 5 and a 1. So, which means to me that he paid full price for the one bundle, but then gave me $1 for several pieces of the rack wood. So I messaged him right away saying, you stole wood from me, right? Stole wood from me. And just waited for his response. So his response was, no, I put money in there. I'm like, oh, okay. Yes, I said yes. There was $6 in the cash box. $5 was for the bundle. You and your friend took wood from the $20 rack, which they did. He replies, might have been like 2 sticks, and also I said I wanted pieces, not blocks. Yeah, you got pieces, not blocks. So we're on the same page there. And then responds, but it's all right. It burns like paper. Well, the ad said cottonwood. And like if you're gonna, I mean, Google what cottonwood is and how it burns, then you would know. And I can inform and to answer questions, but I'm not gonna inform a potential customer into not buying my wood. That's not what I do. That's not my job. But I will inform, right? And then he says that he's disappointed about it. Well, that's not my fault, buddy. So I respond, I have you on camera taking more than 2 sticks of firewood. I brought you pieces like you said, which was an agreement when we first chatted. If you were not happy, you should have said something. As in, he dumped one of the garbage cans, saw their pieces, and didn't say anything. Even the garbage can, it looked like they were smaller pieces, not blocks, pieces. Maybe it's my fault. That I didn't send him a picture of what the pieces meant, so it was all transparent. So maybe that part I'm at fault with. But he saw it visually when he got there of the wood, and then he dumped it in the bed of his truck and saw it more so of what the wood was. So, and then he continued to dump the second garbage can in his bed to further know what wood that he was going to get. So, yeah. And then responds, didn't think 2 sticks will make you rich, but I'll stop by dropping another couple bucks. And then I respond, it's the principle, sir. It's the principle comma, sir. So I'm trying to be respectful, you know, and professional, not swearing, not getting super upset here, right? And then he says, yeah. Next line, I'm not a thief. I'll stop by. And then I said, enjoy your evening. I said nothing about him being a thief, but he called himself a thief, which, I mean, he is a thief. I mean, him and his friend. And then, so after I said enjoy your evening, because he's probably not going to come back. I don't probably want him to come back, right? He said, I didn't think that it would bother you as much. Next line, sorry. So I respond to that. Because on his truck, he had some sort of like construction drywall logo on his truck, which I assume that he's in the trades. He's hands-on, working his butt off to support himself and his family. I assume. That's just my assumption. I could be wrong, but so when he says sorry, I respond with, you work hard at your job, I work hard at Firewood. And then he gives me a thumbs up in response to that. And then his last line was, I don't think he's a native English speaker, which could be a factor here, but again, not my fault. It was given to you by Mother Nature, which means that wood is from nature, and I'm selling it, which a lot of things come from nature and is resold as a product. So I'm not alone in this. So anyway, they stole probably like more or less maybe a bundle worth of wood and gave me $1 for it. And again, it's the principle. Yes, I'm not getting rich off selling firewood, but like I told him, it's the principle. You don't steal something that's not yours, or assume because I have a bunch of firewood here in my backyard that I can spare a few sticks. Yes, I can spare a few sticks of wood, but again, it's the principle. The firewood is not easy, and when people balk at prices, they can go somewhere else. Another side note, never have someone tell you how to sell your wood, or if they want to buy firewood from you, you can negotiate if you want to. A lot of people don't. It's a set price. It is what it is. But don't have people tell you what they're gonna pay. They pay what you dictate. They don't dictate the price, right? I think that should be a standard. But that's my opinion. Anyway, story of stolen wood. Did I underreact? Did I overreact? How would you handle the situation? This is the first time I didn't catch the person in the act, but I figured it out quickly by way of less wood in the rack, and then I confirmed it on the camera of them taking the bundle and then taking from here and then not paying me. Okay, you can't take from here. This is a set price. Of all this wood here, this is set. Same thing with the bundle, it's set price. You can't just take what you want and then go. I understand that I will have theft at the firewood stand because as of right now, it's not closed down, and it's pay as you go. So people come, they grab, they load, and they pay, and they go. Okay, that's all easy peasy, but it's not monitored. People come as needed. So like I said, I watched them dump one can, got the money for the 2 cans, and then I left. I didn't need to be there to to babysit. Maybe I should have stayed longer. Maybe that's my fault. I don't know, but I still want to trust people. So I was upset last night. I wasn't pissed, but I was upset at the situation. But I'm glad that I was able to confirm and confront by way of text. I haven't seen anything on cameras that he came back. I mean, we can check the box now if you want to, but I don't think he's gonna come back. I don't think I want him to come back. I don't want him to come back again because he got what he paid for and then some. I think he owes me more or less, maybe like $4 more. $4 more is not gonna break me, but again, like I said before and said to him, it's the principle of the whole thing. So anyway, you let me know what you have done in situation. Let me if you have any more feedback on the Firewood stand. As of right now, it's gonna say how it is. I mean, you can point fingers at me. It's my fault for walking away. It's my fault for having to be open. But if someone wants to steal something, you're probably not gonna stop them, right? So, what are you gonna do? Yeah, so we can look inside here. I don't think he's come back. Yeah, there's nothing. Yeah, he didn't come back, and I don't think he's gonna come back. What I'm thinking about doing is, I mean, I have. Come on, keys, get in my pocket. I have this sign up here. Let know people like, hey, you're on camera. They may not have seen that. Maybe they think they're false cameras. Maybe they don't care. Maybe they don't think that it's gonna mean anything, even if I catch them in the act. But thinking about doing is putting on this like fascia board here. Theft will be posted on YouTube. Because right now there's nothing on here that indicates that I have a channel besides this right here. But not a lot of people will maybe see that, or they take a card, they flip it over, and they get a QR code for my channel. Right? So, but on here it's not obvious that I have a channel, right? On these signs. So maybe some sort of like words, font, lettering saying these will be posted on YouTube. But I don't know. So you let me know your thoughts on if that's gonna be a good idea, a bad idea, or you're indifferent. I don't know. Because yes, so him and his buddy are now on this episode taking wood that they didn't pay for. So I mean, that's the only thing I'm gonna really do. But just to shame, right? Anyway, I hope that you had a wonderful holiday weekend. It's wet and cold here, which is unfortunate. I was hoping for something a little warmer, but at least we're not camping and we're just wet and cold the whole time. So the sales were good, but that's a one unfortunate incident. But let me know your thoughts on how I handle it. Could it be different? Could it be the same? How would you have done it? Etc. Anyway, life's too short to be a prick, so be kind to one another. Until next time, stay safe, rock and roll, and keep gunning. Cheers.